Honorable members, let us commit the sitting to prayer. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and county assemblies, the welfare of society and the just government of the people, beseech you to behold with abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as promote your honor and glory, advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country, and of those whose interests have been committed to our charge. Amen. Honorable members, I confirm that we have quorum to proceed the sittings. Clerks, read the orders of the day.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, the County Assembly is in receipt of the policies from the Mwatate municipality as follows. The Taita Taveta Policy Framework for Public Participation and Engagement, Disaster Risk Management Policy, the Taita Taveta Performance Management Policy, the Taita Taveta Grievance Redress Mechanism Policy, the Taita Taveta Gender Mainstreaming Policy, the Taita Taveta Solid Waste Management Policy. The policies stand committed to the administration, gender and environment committees, respectively. The liaison committee will hold its meeting after the rise of this sitting. The Public Accounts Committee will hold its meeting after the rise of this sitting. The Budget, Finance and Appropriations Committee will hold its meeting after the rise of this sitting. Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petition.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Honorable Isaac Matol.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I stand to lay a report of the Committee of Administration, Security, Devolution, Public Participation, Community Service and Drug Control on the vetting of nominee to the position of chairperson to the Taita Taveta County Public Service Board. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Ms. Macau.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I hereby stand to move lay reports. Hereby stand to lay reports of the County, the Public Accounts and Investment Committee, a report on the Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the review of the report of the Director General of Taveta County Executive Staff, car loan and mortgage revolving fund for their ended at June 2024. Again, Mr. Speaker, I lay a report of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the review of the report of the General of the Taveta County Financing Locally Led Climate Change Action (FLOCA) leader by verse 93, V319 KE for the year ended 30 June 2024. Thank you.
Honorable Jim Mwamidi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise to lay a report on the floor of the House, a report of the Select Committee on Budget, Finance and Appropriation on the Taita Taveta County Fiscal Strategy Paper, CFSP, and Debt Management Strategy Paper 2026. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable Isaac.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to give a notice of motion on adoption and approval of the report of the Committee on Administration, Security, Devolution, Public Participation, Community Service, and Drug Control on the vetting of the nominee to the position of chairperson of the Taita Taveta County Public Service Board. That this third county assembly adopts and approves the report of the Committee on Administration, Security, Devolution, Public Participation, Community Service, and Drug Control on the vetting of nominee to the position of the chairperson of the Taita Taveta County Public Service Board, laid on the table of this House on Wednesday, 11 March 2026, morning sitting number 11, and its recommendations thereof. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I hereby rise with a notice of motion on adoption and approval on the report of the County Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the review of the report of the Auditor General on the Taveta County Executive Staff, car loan, and mortgage revolving fund for the year ended 30 June 2024. That this third county assembly adopts and approves the report of the Committee on County Public Accounts and Investment on the review of the report of the Auditor General on the Taveta County Executive Staff, car loan, and mortgage revolving fund for the year ended 30 June 2024, laid on the table of this House on Wednesday, 11th March 2026, morning sitting number 01, and its recommendation thereof. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, I would like to move the notice of motion. Mr. Speaker, adoption and approval of the report of the County Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the review of the report of the Auditor General on the Taita Taveta County financing locally led climate actions, FLOCA, IDA V319 KE, and for the year ended 30 June 2024, that this County Assembly adopts and approves the report of the Committee of the Public Accounts and Investment on the review of the report of the Auditor General of the Taveta County financing locally climate actions, FLOCA, IDA V319 KE, for the year ended 30 June 2024, laid on the table of this House on Wednesday, 11th March 2026, morning sitting number 11, and its recommendation thereof. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Jim Mwamidi.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise to give a notice of motion on adoption and approval of the report of Select Committee on Budget, Finance and Appropriation on the Taita Taveta County Fiscal Strategy Paper, CFSP, and Debt Management Strategy Paper. That the third county assembly adopts and approves the report of the Select Committee on County Budget, Finance and Appropriation on the consideration of the Taita Taveta County Strategy Paper, CFSP, and Debt Management Strategy Paper 2026, laid on the table of this House on Wednesday, 11th March 2026, morning sitting number 11 and its recommendation thereof. I equally rise on a notice of motion, county development expenditure on a pro rata basis for the remainder of the financial year 2025-2026. Aware that the county government realizes local revenue to a tune of only 20% in the 2025-2026 half year against huge budgetary needs as approved by the County Assembly on the 2025-2026 budget as estimated by the County Treasury. Further, aware that the County Treasury is already in receipt of equitable share disbursement up until
Give me a moment. Supposed to be reading motion number 9. Notice. Notice number. Notice number 5. What are you saying? Mheshimiwa Mwamidi, you are reading notice of motion number 5. I think it's okay. Continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Noting that the County of Taita Taveta has been struggling with the pending bills over the years, which are related to unrealized revenue targets and failure to absorb development funds, as well as untimely tendering of development projects, concerned that if the trend continues, the county will plunge into deeper pending bills and completely lose contractors and suppliers' confidence, further compounding the challenges associated with execution of development projects. Recognizing this, County Assembly is mandated to play an oversight role on the running and management of the county, and the county executive in ensuring that the county comes out of such unrelated challenges for a better county. Now, therefore, this County Assembly resolved that the county treasury share a tracker of expenditure on development for the financial year 25-26. It service the budget development fund within 7 days of this resolution. 2. The county treasury requisitions the remaining monthly funds for development in a pro rata basis with an aim of ensuring that development expenditure remains on course by at the end of the financial year by compensating for under expenditure in the first 7 months of the financial year. 3. The county treasury shares a planned roadmap of the envisaged requisition within 7 days of this requisition. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Honorable Shambi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask a question. The status of Mkamenyu Cooperative Society regarding the Voi Point land. Mr. Speaker, sir, in line with the parliamentary best practices, precedents, and conventions, and pursuant to the provisions of the Taita Taveta County Assembly Standing Order number 51, relating to the sittings Order number 7, question and statement, a member of the House can raise a question regarding availability of information, clarification, or appearance on any substantive issue, circumstances, situations, and matters appertaining to the attention of county government, the national government, or any public entity, where such mandates related to the management of service and leadership to the citizens and institutions, as per the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and our current laws are concerned. In view of the foregoing, I rise to raise the following question on the status of Mkamenyu Cooperative Society regarding Voi Point land. Number 1, what is the legal status and registration details of Mkamenyu Farmers Cooperative Society including the date of establishment and registration and the Cooperative Societies Act, Cap 490. Number 2, what is the exact acreage and official land reference numbers of the land in question, commonly referred to as Voi Point land or Mkamenyi land? Number 3, would the CCM provide a comprehensive historical background of the land, including Roman 1, the original allocation during the colonial period, subsequent ownership or leasehold interest, and 3, the circumstances under which the land changed ownership over the years? Number 4, what is the current ownership status of the land according to official land registry records? Number 5, was the county government of Taita Taveta consulted or involved in the processes relating to the transfer, subdivision, or change of user of the land, particularly in line with the Land Act 2012, Registration Act 2012, and Physical and Land Use Planning Act of 2019? Number 6, what role, if any, did the county land management structures or the National Land Commission play in the approval or oversight of transactions involving this land, as provided under Article 67 of the Constitution and the National Land Commission Act of 2012? Number 7, has the county government undertaking any investigations, mediation, or consultation with the Mkamenyi residents or the cooperative society regarding claims of historical land rights or community occupation? Number 8, what is the current status of any court cases, petitions, or dispute related to the land between Mkamenyi Farmers Cooperative Society, Voi Point Limited, and other stakeholders? Number 9, are there any approved plans for subdivision, development, or change of land use of the said land? And if so, what approvals have been granted by the county government? Number 10, what measures has the county executive put in place to safeguard the rights and welfare of local residents, particularly in relation to possible evictions, compensation, resettlement, or recognition of historical land claims? Number 11, what steps is the county executive taking to ensure transparency, legality, and community participation in land governance in line with Article 60 of the Constitution on equitable access to land and elimination of historical land injustice? I submit, Mr.
Person of the Committee on Lands, Physical Planning, and Urban Development went on the question.
First of all, I want to thank Honorable Shambi for coming. The issue is a pertinent issue that needs address of all of us, especially. Will only commit myself on the issue on lands. I don't want to commit on the cooperative part of it. So I would kindly request for 14 days to respond or reply back to that. Thank you.
Comfortable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, I would like to agree with Honorable Lanisa that number 1, that is an issue. The issue in question has no. We don't have issues on matters cooperative side of the cooperative is just an entity that is driving the agenda of the people to address the issue of historical injustice to this particular part of land. So the matters raised, therefore, are purely land matters issue, and I'm comfortable with the 14 days he has offered. Thank you.
So we are giving 14 days. So the respective CCM member have to give the report on the 25th of March 2026. Yes, Wishes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, I would also request that because there is the issue of the legal aspect of the issue, I would request that as you are giving direction, we also need to have the county attorney, the house, together with.
Okay, accept. Awesome. Perspective. Next order. Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to seek a statement on status of management of floods at Singila area along Mwatate Road and Mwatate Chief's Office. Mr. Speaker, sir, in line with the parliamentary best practices, precedents, and convention, and pursuant to the provision of the Taita Taveta County Assembly Standing Order number 61, relating to the sittings order number 7, questions and statements, a member of the House can seek a statement requiring availability of information, clarification, or appearance on any substantive issue, circumstances, situation, and matters appertaining to the attention of county governments, the national government, or any public entity where such mandates related to the management of service and leadership to the citizen and institutions as per the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and our current laws are concerned. In line with the foregoing, I rise to seek a statement regarding the status of management of floods at Singila area along Mwatate Road and Mwatate Chief's Office to Mwatate Market Cabro Road. Mr. Speaker, sir, flooding at Singila area is a perennial occurrence during the rainy season, which is caused by the overflowing of Ngulu Dam and heavy rainwater flowing from Chawia Hills to Mwatate Dam. Mr. Speaker, sir, this overflow is managed by two culverts, one along the Mwatate Voi Road and another along the Chief's Office Cabro Road. However, the culvert constructed along the Chief's Office Road is too small to withstand the flood waters from Ngulu Dam and Chawia Hills. Mr. Speaker, sir, this leads to flooding at a section of Singila area, which is a death trap to people using the road both on foot and by motorized means, and has also led to loss of life and property. Mr. Speaker, sir, while noting that this county assembly enacted a legislation on disaster management which set up structures for the county to handle disasters in the county when they occur, management and unblocking of these culverts is mainly done by youth and divers engaged by Taita Saisol Estates. In view of the foregoing, and while recognizing the Article 189 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides for cooperation between national and county governments, I would like the chairperson of the Committee on Transport, Roads, Public Works and Infrastructure Development to furnish this House with the following information. A. Is the Public Works Department aware of the flooding cases in Singila area, and what plan have they put in place to manage the situation? B. Has the Public Works Department engaged Kenya Rural Roads Authority, that is KERA, regarding the culvert following continuous public outcry? If not, C. What measures has the Public Works Department put in place to lay the foundation of cooperation to avert the recurrence of the crisis now and in future? Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
The chairperson of the Committee on Transport, Roads, Public Works, Infrastructure Development, comment on the statement and give timelines. Honorable Anthony Kinyili.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, this serves like an emergency to our account because of the current rains. But I request this House to give the Committee on Public Works Transport 7 days after recess to furnish this House with all the information regarding this. But meanwhile, the committee will consult the department and see what they have done so far to avoid these problems or to resolve these problems. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Mheshimiwa Kinyili, why 7 days after recess?
Mr. Speaker, sir, what I'm trying to say is it is an emergency, but as we live here, I'll consult the committee's clerk to consult the department and see what they have been doing so far or what the measures they can take as soon as possible. It has not been done.
Mheshimiwa Kinyili, I thought we are only breaking for 1 week. So during that period, I believe they can be working on the documents so that when we are back, the documents will be ready. And since you said it very well, that's an emergency, let us treat it as an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I'm sorry, it is a 1 week recess, so the information to be brought before this House will be in after 7 days after resuming the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
The statement seeker, is the response sufficient?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I tend to agree with my brother and colleague, Fred Bokinyili, that there will be in consultation with the department. Meanwhile, waiting for the official response from the department. So for me, I think that suffices for now. Thank you.
Next order. Next order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, allow me.
Mheshimiwa Jonas, you are trying to read something that you are trying to read something. Procedural motion.
8.
Not yet. In time, I think you wanted to move a procedural motion to extend time. And okay, next order. From there is Honorable Jimmy Mohammed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to rise and read progress reports on a statement that was taught by Honorable Uso. The status of budget implementation for development project financial year 2025-2026. Mr. Speaker, sir, on behalf of the Committee on Budget, Finance and Appropriation, I would like to give a progress response on the statement sought by Honorable Newton Kifuso regarding budget absorption and performance for the financial year 2024-2025 as follows. Question number one was, what specific steps, if any, have been taken so far by the county executive in ensuring all budgeted projects are implemented? The response, in financial year 2025-2026, the county executive proposed implementation of 275 projects. Out of these, 242 projects have been tendered, while 33 are pending tendering due to bills of quantities BQs. Of the 242 tendered projects, 216 were successfully awarded to contractors, while 26 were unsuccessful due to lack of bidder response and will be retendered. So far, 16 projects have been completed, with the remaining awarded projects at various stages of implementation. There's an extra attached. Question number 2. Has procurement process been undertaken for all?
Mheshimiwa Jimmy, it's already known, but we'll need to have a procedural motion to extend time. Who is reading the procedural motion?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish to read the motion to extend of time for plenary sitting which was to be read by the majority leader who is not around. That's pursuant to the provision of standing order number 32. This third county assembly of Taita Taveta resolves to extend in plenary to extend its plenary sitting time.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker, sir. When majority is not available, I'm the one to do the motion.
Not the neighbor.
Is that in our standing orders? Okay. Since you have accepted, let him take it. Mr. Mheshimiwa Wandau was fighting for space. Okay, Mheshimiwa Wandau, continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I stand to move on the motion on session of the plenary sitting that pursuant to the provision of standing order number 32A, the third county assembly of Taita Taveta resolved to extend the plenary sitting time so as to conclude the business appearing in the today's order. I call upon Honorable Solomon to say.
Okay. Pursuant to the provisions of standing order number 32, sabbatical 3A, this third county assembly of Taita Taveta resolves to extend its plenary sitting time so as to conclude the business appearing in the today's order paper. As many as of that opinion say aye. As many as of Contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Can we move on? Mheshimiwa, continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to continue on question number 2. Has procurement process been undertaken for all the budgeted projects? If not, why? Response: the procurement process has not been fully undertaken for all the budgeted projects. Out of the 275 budgeted projects for financial year 2025-2026, 242 budgeted projects have been successfully tendered. However, 33 projects have not yet been tendered due to ongoing technical preparation and finalization of bills of quantities, PQs. The procurement process for the 33 projects will commence upon completion and approval of the bills of quantities. There's an annexure attached to report. Why? Question number 3, why has there been a delay in the commencement of the projects despite the allocation in budget? Response: management acknowledges the delay in commencement of some projects despite budgetary allocation and notes the concern raised. The delays were occasioned by several challenges, including system transition challenges, the migration from IFMIS to the electronic government procurement (EGP) system, caused significant operational and technical challenges which affected the timely initiation and processing of procurement activities. 2, low bidder response rates. Some tenders experience low or no response from bidders, necessitating extended tender periods or re-advertisement, which delayed project commencements. 3, delayed ARB work approval. Late approval of the RMLF work plan by KRB affected the timely commencement of procurement processes and subsequently projected implementation. Management has since taken steps to address these challenges to ensure improved efficiency and timely implementation of projects going forward. Question number 4. What is the status of all projects implemented in the county? Response: the status of all projects implemented in the county has been compiled and is attached herewith for reference in Annexure 1. Question number 5. What plans, if any, does the county government have to fast-track the delivery of these projects to benefit Gatuzen? Response: the county government has undertaken various measures to fast-track the implementation and delivery of projects to ensure that residents benefit in timely manner. These measures include: 1, enhanced monitoring and supervision. Project supervisors have been encouraged to ensure strict, continuous, and effective monitoring of all ongoing projects to improve accountability and accelerate completion timeline. 2, retendering of non-responsive projects. The 26 projects that received no response during the initial tendering process will be re-advertised through an open and competitive tender process to attract qualified bidders and avoid further delays. 3, follow up on pending bills of quantities. The 33 projects for which bills of quantities PQs have not been prepared are being actively followed up with the relevant department to ensure timely preparation and progression to the procurement stage. These measures are intended to remove bottlenecks, strengthen oversight, and ensure that all projects are delivered efficiently for the benefits of county residents. Conclusion: the committee is scheduled to hold a meeting with the CCM for Finance and Economic Planning after the rise of the House to conclude deliberations on the statement sought. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before I sit down, Mr. Speaker, I wish to add that last week we had invited the department to appear before the committee on the same matter, and unfortunately, the department members, CCM and his team did not show up, leading to the House issuing orders to appear before the House today to add further clarify on some of the issues raised in this statement. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Statement seeker. Is the response sufficient?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, before I say something, if you can look at my mic, something is not right. So I think those who are mandated, they should do the necessary. Mr. Speaker, I've gone through the response. They have shared it with me. And one thing that happened, Mr. Speaker, after I raised this statement, and I made a very harsh remarks. I don't know what happened, or they had been holding tendering document. The following 1 week, all the projects were awarded. And I asked myself, do they need to be pushed? Do they need to be brought in this floor of this house for them to act? But there is one thing, Mr. Speaker, sir. The fuel levy projects, they were awarded in the lapse of a night or something like that. But other projects, they take centuries. So I don't know how this county works, especially this department of finance under the Department of Procurement. And I would like to put this one into question, and I'll bring a separate or independent statement on the same. On the Department of Education, the Speaker, sir, Department of Education, something is not right. And it's not only in the issue to do with Domingo Kushuad, but across board, something is not. And this county should move in a speed or should adapt where someone or a procurement officer fails in another department, not be transferred to another department. Because this is garbage in, garbage out. I'm sorry to use that word. Because if someone failed in a certain department and they saw this person cannot perform, for example, in roads and transport department, that person is transferred to another department. Then that person brings and or goes and do the same and more lazy work. So this procurement officer who was transferred to this education department, because this person had failed from another department, and this person is bringing laziness and no work. It's like, doesn't know. Like we had an issue, and the director procurement had to come in to do work which was to be done by this person. So something is not right, Mr. Speaker. And I tell you, the 15 members who are is your first term, and maybe the nominated who will be seeking seat, because it's you can seek seat. Go and look at Kwale County. There's a leader there who was a nominated member. This now is an elected member, but it depends how you articulate things here. And if you stand with the truth and you don't stand by anybody, but you stand on your own, you'll be elected. If you will not stand and advocate for the project to be done, and I'm not a prophet of doom, my colleagues here will tell you, we had seen a vision for those who came here, and we had shared in our group, and it happened exactly. And I'm telling you, and I'm foreseeing less than 30% of the members will make it here. I'm telling you, less than 30%. I'm not a prophet of doom, but that is going to happen. Members, even we had a certain disagreement with my chair, and it was a lighter one, and I had to compare him with a certain member who came in this house and who was so busy, may his soul rest in peace, who was so busy on running on inside here things, and they forget where they came from. So when the members were so bitter about their words, their things are not working, the member felt like people were attacking that member. And when the elections were held, Mr. Speaker, sir, 2017,
That person never saw this law. That person went into depression, and may his soul rest. And the same thing is happening here. So if members, if I can see this document, all the projects are in tendering, in floating, is written in the old, many tekel. Less than 30% will come in this house.
Mheshimiwa Kifuso, you are saying very dangerous because the speaker also wants to be elected. So, Mheshimiwa, we'll do anything. We should do anything possible to make sure that we come back, all of us. Mheshimiwa Dorcas.
Honorable Speaker, I thank you for having me this moment to make a comment on the same. But just before I say what I want to say, I have noted that my microphone has echo, so whoever is in charge of that, please do those corrections urgently. I have to dispense this matter accordingly. And I've keenly heard the minority whip on what he has just presented. Honorable Speaker, I pray with a lot of humility from the Almighty God that the prophecy, when it comes, they should tell us very fast so that some of us, we can make quick corrections, because I can't imagine being a one term as the only elected woman. I need to set bars very high for other women to come on board so that we can fight this journey together. And again, he has also cautioned us that we should stick to what we believe in. And I've demonstrated that over in time immemorial, Honorable Speaker. But it has consequences. When you stand firm, members, it has consequences, which all of you know what I went through. On to the matter, Honorable Speaker, in regards, I've keenly also had to the presentation done by the chairperson budget. Honorable Speaker, allow me to say that I've been in this office for 4 years, less 5 months. And allow me to say again, Honorable Speaker, that it is not the transition of the new procurement system that delayed the procurement procedures of the projects in this county, not at all. But it is the normal tradition and laxity and laziness of people who sit in the offices of the taxpayers of Taita Taveta County, only growing their stomachs and ego power coming into their heads, forgetting what they're supposed to do. And now, Mr. Speaker, we are having unnecessary pending bills. Please note, while His Excellency the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, AGH, my party leader, took over, the counties have been supported fully in terms of disbursement. And again, because there was no procurement procedures, this money have been coming in, not knowing what they are doing, and there is no proper answers that have been given in this house, Mr. Speaker, which again makes me feel like, and I have no apologies, Chair, I have no apologies, that we have entertained a lot of mediocrity, that we are now lapsing to the end of our term, and then maybe we want to behave like we have woken up. If protection has been happening to the executive, yeah, it should not happen, Mr. Speaker. I'm sorry for calling you Chair. It should be Mr. Speaker at the moment when you are the chairperson. My standing orders advises me it's when we're in a committee session, but not a session that is a bunge session. Mr. Speaker, allow me to say, yes, it's true. You're not careful. All of us here will go home. Mr. Speaker, I'm praying that I will not be one of them. And because Paul says that I have served well, I am waiting for the crown. Mr. Speaker, the 3rd County Assembly, me being one of them in this house. But unfortunately, the way we have been entertaining the laziness from the executive will cost quite a number of us here. And Mr. Speaker, I pray that I will not be one of them. I am praying because out there, it is not safe. The pending bills are mounting. The projects have not been implemented. And then you want to tell me that the miracles will happen, not that one of Jesus from the Mother Mary, not that one. In politics, you either deliver, or if you don't deliver, you go. And if at all somebody was being summoned here and he or she did not appear, what did the House do? I have no apologies. Thank you, and I submit.
Mheshimiwa Makamu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First and foremost, I acknowledge the efforts I have the Honorable Chair, this progress report, Mr. Speaker. I've just raised because I got some doubts on some projects that have been mentioned here, including projects in Kasia Ward, Mr. Speaker. So I have some doubts, and I want to mention a project that have been captured here, two of them. One is, this is to bring it to attention to the Honorable Chair, because I needed him to, when he's giving us a final report, he should be able to be more accurate on the data that is submitted to him, Mr. Speaker. There's a road that has been mentioned here called Ngule Ngabene Road, which to me did not appear anywhere in this current budget. And I'm seeing a progress report has been offered here that is the road is under evaluation. I don't know which road is this, Mr. Speaker. And I feel that if this is the case, then the entire document, maybe the Honorable Member can check through the other documents on their respective wards. There might be a lot of issues that I feel these guys are not as competent and they're supposed to be giving us accurate data. Again, another report given here on a progress report on the Buguta maternity, Mr. Speaker. I follow up through this project closely every day. I'm told it is yet to be awarded to anyone. There is no bidders. And here I'm seeing it is under evaluation. I just talked to the procurement officer in the morning today before I came in the office, before I came in this assembly, following up on that project. I'm told they're still waiting for bidders. But I'm seeing it written is under evaluation. So I'm lost, I'm confused. And those are a few projects I've just gone through, Mr. Speaker. So personally, I feel this is where we are failing as a county government, because the officers are not as honest, they are not giving us accurate information timely. That's why today we can stand here and 5 months to go. Financial year 2025-2026 is ending. Nothing is happening. They are misleading us. And Mr. Speaker, there is a clear separation of power. We are basically here to oversight. And Mr. Speaker, we cannot find ourselves in a situation where, Mr. Speaker, we are supposed to implement this project or follow day-to-day operations of this department, Mr. Speaker. There is a clear fail from that side, clearly shown by how they are misleading even the chair of the budget by giving him wrong information, misleading information. That tells you a lot, Mr. Speaker, because why should the entire department mislead this house by giving them wrong information and expecting the same department, Mr. Speaker, we are expecting them to undertake the projects that are based, they are trusted to them, Mr. Speaker. There is a clear problem in the county government, the executive side, on the departments, Mr. Speaker, that have been mentioned here. And I feel the leading department, Mr. Speaker, has been failing. To my quick analysis, Mr. Speaker, is the education department. All the projects that I started in the education department, I was complaining yesterday to the respective officers that I'm shocked that none of the project that is seated in the Department of Education has not been worked on. I have bursaries that I set aside for this financial year. I've not seen them going around picking even the list and inquiring to procure the names of the students who benefit, Mr. Speaker. Tell me, 5 months down the line, was I to be moving around those offices, Mr. Speaker, and get information and make them work? I have a capitation for the ECD centers, Mr. Speaker. I call like every day, and the officers are in the office. They are not moving out on the offices to go to the respective stations in the school and get the data, Mr. Speaker. I think we are being reduced to mere clerks and implementation officers, Mr. Speaker. There's a big problem in the departments, and until we do something, Mr. Speaker, I cannot give data, as the Honorable Member is saying, 30% whatever. But I have a big fear that we might be subjected to punishment by by the voters of this county, just because someone somewhere is not doing their job. They're not doing their job. Mr. Speaker, our work is not to implement. We are not to be reduced to day-to-day followers of issues that their employers who have been employed to do this work. I feel the department, Mr. Speaker, are failing us, and the governor must be brought to work to know that these officers are failing us and are failing this county big time, Mr. Speaker. Because even the report here is very inaccurate. It should not be considered as a report for this county assembly. for advice, Mr. Speaker, I feel it is really misleading. With those, Mr. Speaker, I submit.
Mheshimiwa Kimuyo.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Also kwanza kwa kunipa fursa hii kuweza kuchangia swala hili jinsi ambavyo bajeti kuja sasa. Spika, najiunga pia na wale wengine ambao sote ambao tuko lakini kufuatilia kile kinachoendelea hasa katika utekelezaji wa miradi ambao sisi tumeiweka katika bajeti. Mheshimiwa Spika, sitaki swala hili la kwamba kosa uwajibikaji wa serikali ya bana kwa kwamba sisi kama bunge tunahusika, kwamba baadhi ya wanaonena kama bunge ronge kwamba baadhi yetu sisi tunaanza kujitokeza sasa hizi kuanza kupigana nia ya masuala. Mheshimiwa Spika, tumeita viongozi hapa, tumeita hao mawaziri hapa, hakuna kazi ambayo hujafanya katika nyumba hii, lakini ni kama kupigia unapigia nani kengele kwamba hawezi kuamka. Hakuna kitu hujafanya kwa nyumba. Tumewaita hapa, hakuna upendeleo tuliokuwa nao, hakuna kwamba katika uongozi wetu tulio nao katika bunge hili. Mheshimiwa Spika, tunawajibika ipasavyo. Mheshimiwa Spika, hakuna kitu kibaya kama sisi tumekuwa kama watekelezaji. Sisi tumekuwa, kwa mfano mimi miradi yangu nimekuwa kila siku kukaa kwa ofisi kila Jumatatu kupiga kila waziri. Swala la elimu, swala la kila sekta ya kama kila kitengo cha uongozi wa kaunti. Hakuna kitu Mheshimiwa Spika kinafanyika. Mheshimiwa Spika, sisi tutageuka sisi kama waheshimiwa tugeuke kuwa watekelezaji. Mimi nashindwa kuelewa kwa sababu ukirudi katika bajeti iliyopita mwaka 2024 pia utekelezaji haukuwa kamili. Mimi najaribu kuelewa kwamba hii ni mbinu ambayo imewekwa kwa wafanyikazi na haswa mawaziri na kupitia zile vitengo vyote kwamba wacheleweshe, kwa sababu ni mpango huu kwamba wacheleweshe hii mambo ya kupea makandarasi kufanya nini ili kuweza kuona kwamba hizi pesa hazijatumika. Mheshimiwa Spika, leo ni mwezi karibia tunaelekea karibia tunamaliza nusu ya mwaka wa kibajeti, lakini hakuna kitu ambacho leo hii kinafanyika katika kwamba kwa sababu gani? Kwa sababu watu wamezembea. Naweza kusema kwamba katika serikali ya wakujana au serikali tuko nayo gavana, tuko na shida kubwa na lazima tukae chini kama nyumba hii tuweze kufikiria ni kwa jinsi gani tutaweka nguvu na kuweza kusukuma utekelezaji wa miradi hii, kwa sababu hii miradi kama vile mwenzetu amesema ndio itasababisha tuweze kurudi. Kama hakuna kitu tunafanya kwa uwanjani pale chini kwa nani kule ambako kule mashinani, basi itakuwa tunafanya kazi ya bure. Kwa hivyo mimi katika wazo langu kwamba tusianze kulaumiana. Kuna wajibu wa kufanya kama viongozi kuweza kuleta vichwa pamoja na kuweza kuona tutatumia mbinu gani kuweza kusukuma upande ule wa serikali kuweza kuona mambo yamefanyika, ili tuweze kuona kwamba hii miradi yote ambao kwa leo muda umeenda sana, tuone kwa jinsi gani itapeanwa na kazi ianze kufanyika kwa haraka na malipo yaweze kufanyika. Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi ni maombi yangu kama viongozi tusalaumiane, bali tukae pamoja, tusemezane kwa pamoja kama nyumba, asi kuanza kusema kwamba wewe utarudi. Unaweza kuona wewe ndio utarudi ukakosa kurudi. Sijipige kifua sana. Ni Mungu anajua jinsi alivyo uongozi, na tuomba tuweze kuombeana sote tuvuke ingazi, na tuombeane wengine wasirudi. Tuombee kila mmoja aweze kurudi ili nyumba tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba tunafanyia kazi zetu. Kama ni hayo tu Mheshimiwa Spika, naomba kuweza kuketi.
Mheshimiwa Mwambi.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwanza ningependa kusema kwamba namshukuru mimi kwa kupeana hiyo ripoti ndefu, na tumeona kwamba hiyo ripoti hili ya langu, ningependa kusema ya kwamba tangu tumeanza hii tatu, kuna uzembe mkubwa sana katika executive, haswa katika utekelezaji wa miradi ambayo imelenga kusaidia wananchi wa Taita na Taveta. Na wazo kikubwa tangu tulipoapishwa mpaka leo imekuwa ni kitengo cha fedha, finance department. Wakati tumepitisha budget hapa kila mwaka ambao ama kila ile miaka ambayo imepita, ni kila mmoja hapa tunajua kwamba kila mradi unafanywa budget na pesa tunapitisha. Na kusikitisha ni ya kwamba miradi mingi imemalizika na mingi haijalipwa, hailipiki, na ile hali tumeweka budget ya kulipa ule mradi. So, mimi ningependa kusema hivi Bwana Spika, nyumba hii tuvalie hili jambo lugha mapema kwa mwaka huu unaokuja. Hii department ya finance, tukiwauliza walete zile pesa ambazo tumetenga za pending bills, lipa wale makontractor ambao wamefanya kazi, hawajaleta mpaka sasa hii. Na hata wakileta hiyo ripoti haieleweki. Kuna uzembe mkubwa, yaani kuna shida kubwa sana katika finance. Na imefikia sasa mpaka sasa hii mwaka huu Bwana Spika, tunapoendelea kumaliza mwezi wa 6 mwaka huu wa serikali wa budget, wanakandarasi wengi sasa hawataka kufanya kazi katika kaunti ya Taita na Taveta. Kwa maana unafanya kazi na ulipi. Na ile budget tayari tumeweka. Tuuliza hao mabwana watuambie wakina nani ambao wamelipwa na ile pesa tunatenga ya pending bills. Hawaleti hiyo list. Kwa hivyo mimi waheshimiwa wenzangu, ni kitu ambacho mimi nimesikitika sana. Yaani naona tu kama ni mchezo watu wanafanya katika hizi. Tumewaita hapa mara nyingi, tumezungumza na waziri, CCOs wa finance. Hata angalau basi watupatie pending bill payment plan. Hakuna. Yaani ni watu tu wakisha pesa ishakuja wanafanya vile wanavyotaka, wanafanya vile wanavyotaka. So mimi haswa nikiwa mheshimiwa kutoka sehemu za Sagala, ninasikitika sana. Yaani imenigusa. Maana mpaka itafikia sasa vile mheshimiwa Mjimba anasema ya kwamba itafikia sasa kabisa sasa miradi sasa haifanyiki. Na ni uzembe wa watu wetu wa finance department. Kwa hivyo mimi ningependa kupeana changamoto katika nyumba hii. Kuna kitu tunaweza tukafanya. Kama ni resolution, tupitishe resolution ya kwamba pending bills zetu tukishaweka budget ya mwaka unaokuja, basi hizo pesa tukisha zikija zilipe zile miradi ambayo bado haijalipwa. Ili kupatiana hadhi, kuregesha hadhi ya Taita ya makandarasi wetu wa Taita na Taveta. Hivyo mimi waheshimiwa wenzangu, ikiwa kiongozi kutoka sehemu za Sagala, mimi nimeona kuna shida kubwa sana, na shida imesababishwa na finance. Tunapanga mambo hapa, lakini wakienda pale wanafanya mambo yao ambayo ni yao wenyewe. So ikifikia hata kama kwa mfano ni kumuita mwenyewe kabisa His Excellency mheshimiwa, atuzungumze na yeye, atuambie shida iko wapi. Hawa watu wake hawezi, kwa nini hawafanyi vile tunakubaliana hapa kwa nyumba tukiwaita? Wanaenda wanafanya mambo mengine ambayo haeleweki. Ninapozungumza saa hii kuna ECD sasa saa hii inataka kufungwa karibu 2-3 zinafungwa. ECD zilijengwa 2023 financial year tulipoingia tu hivi. ECD 3 zinafungwa saa hii. Ni aibu kubwa, ni aibu gani kwa kaunti yote hii? Mwanakandarasi ameenda anachukua hatua za kisheria. Unajua itakuwa ni aibu kubwa kwa kaunti hii. Mtu alifanya kazi kuanzia 2023 mpaka sasa hajalipwa. Nimepeleka list, nimefanya nini, tuletee list ya hizo documents zako. Nimeshafanya kama vile wenzangu wamefanya. Kwa sasa sisi ndio implementers. Lakini kama unapeleka hizo documents zote, stakabadhi zote kwa wao, hakuna kitu kimefanyika. So mimi nasikitika sana katika kaunti hii na imenishika sana. Mimi nikiwa kiongozi. Kwa hivyo jamani, hebu turekebishe na tushikane mkono. Hasa nyumba, kuna kitu tunaweza tukafanya na hawa jamaa hao wenzetu kwa line vile. Kwa hivyo kupitia kwa bwana Spika, hebu tushamane na tu act hatua. Asante bwana Spika.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity to shed my comment that I really reserved concerning the progress report that has just been issued. And Mr. Speaker, when you are asked for an honorable member of this honorable house, a member that is third with the endeavors of this county and how the county is progressing, I am one of them. Because, Mr. Speaker, I've just come to realize that this house was meant to pass law and order. This house was meant to do follow-up on the implementation of the projects of the county, among other agendas. But when I hear the voice of the members in most of the debates in this session, we are turning ourselves to be professional mourners, Mr. Speaker. And when we behave as professional mourners, it tells us that there's somewhere that we have failed to fix. And Mr. Speaker, I gave my comments in the last time I stood here. I made my comments, and amongst my comments was, we can see the governor being summoned by the Senate to go and answer questions concerning the expenditure in the county. But unfortunately, we are here very busy talking to the dogs, and we are leaving the owner of the dog aside. And if we continue with this motive, Mr. Speaker, we might all of us, except myself, will be thrown into slumberland. Mr. Speaker, I am very serious on this. We should stop covering people. We should stop shielding people. We should let people exposed so that we can handle the affairs of this assembly and this county in general. Because, Mr. Speaker, one day we'll be judged. And we'll be judged by the good deeds that we do and the bad deeds that we are also doing. And, Mr. Speaker, I am humbly asking, is it too difficult for you to tell the clerk to write to the governor that we want him in this floor of the house to come and answer these charges directly? He should come here. It's not that we hate him. When the Senate is summoning the governor is not summoned by the Senate because the Senate hates the governor. It is simple work. And when the governor is coming here, he's just coming and answering the charges that we are having because he is now the chief administrator of this county. And we are just coming to question him on his daily doings and the expenditures and the normal progress of this county. So we are very legal and we are working within our mandate. And Mr. Speaker, there is no war we are having with the governor. We just want to know what is not happening because this is a financial year that is coming to an end. We are almost in the final quarter of the financial year, and there is no payments that have been done on the projects. There is no implementation of the projects until now, and these projects have been scattered. When you see projects that have been done, you are either a close friend to the people, to the who is who in the county assembly, in the executive, or you hold a very big position in this county assembly for projects to be done in your area. For how long shall we serve our people using a formula that is selective? Mr. Speaker, we are all elected here, and we never came here to be separated on manners who is higher than the other and who is lower than the other. Everybody in this county deserves to be served appropriately and equally. So, haisemekani kwamba Taraya. Mr. Speaker, thank you for shielding me. Mr. Speaker, we are not members here of a higher cadre of the fourth floor and other members of the ground floor. We should be served equally as a county. We saw even in the other budget, we could see bursary being issued haphazardly. We see other people being given bursaries, other people are not given bursaries. Mr. Speaker, the governor should tell us whether he has decided to separate this county with words that are pro him and words that are against him. Because with that regard, Mr. Speaker, it will never be business as usual. So my humble request, and with the able leadership that we are having in this house, can you just influence, come on the governor, let him come here Let us question him so that we can have this budget being implemented appropriately. Because we cannot keep on making steps ahead, steps backwards, and we might be pushing the finance guys, but maybe their hands are tied. And sometimes when you are given a land for you to till, and at the same time you are given a djembe, and your hands are tied behind, how do you work? Maybe these people, their hands are being tied behind by the governor. So the governor should come here and let these people clear and let them work. That is my take, Mr. Speaker. Thank you so much.
Honorable Omar.
Asante sana. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kwa hii fursa. Huko msemo wenye lugha unasema huwezi pata kivuli kilionyoka kwa mti uliopinda. Mheshimiwa Spika, nataka nikubaliane na yote, lakini kumbukumbu zangu ziko sawa. Ulipoapishwa tu hapa, waheshimiwa ambao leo wamepiga kelele, waheshimiwa hao walisimama hapa wakituimbia nyimbo, wakituambia inasema ni mwadi tarara. Hiyo nyimbo walituimbia. Mheshimiwa Spika, nikikumbuka, ukiingia kwa zile mashini za kunasa kumbukumbu, waheshimiwa hao wanayepiga kelele leo wakisema kuna uzembe, serikali haifanyi kazi, hao ndio walikuwa wakituambia serikali iliyoondoka ilikuwa imezembea.
Mheshimiwa Dudu, wanakosoa, sio wapigi kelele.
Mheshimiwa, kuna jinsi ya kukosoa ya kuwa serikali, na hii ni kelele, si kukosoa. Sababu tukiangalia kwa masikio ambayo Mungu ametupatia yako ndani ya nafsi zetu, si kukosoa, si kelele, ni kukosoa. Sababu Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa ukweli na kama vile maandiko yanasema msema ukweli ni mpenzi wa Mungu, kila mheshimiwa hapa huwa huenda kwa ofisi ya gavana kibinafsi, lakini hatujasikia hata mmoja amesimama anasema alienda kwa ofisi ya gavana akapiga kelele vitu havifanyiki. Tuache kuwa wanafiki katika hili bunge. Ukweli wacha uwe tu ni ukweli. Mimi nasikitika sana kuona waheshimiwa wanasimama hapa kuzungumza maneno hao waheshimiwa.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, is it in order a honorable member who has no word is representing was by a good luck to be appointed here, saying that
I'm on a point of order, Mr. Speaker.
When we are following,
I am on a point of
order. Speaker,
Order members. Let's listen.
Is he in order?
Mheshimiwa Omar,
is
sit
he
down
in order?
well.
Is he in order?
Continue.
Is he in order? A gun was taken in the street to be brought in this house, telling
No. Mheshimiwa Omar, sit down.
Mheshimiwa Speaker. Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Order.
Mheshimiwa
Omar, sit down. Mheshimiwa Omar.
Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Sit down.
Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Order.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, hakuwezi simama mtu ambaye anajiita wakili, anasimama katika bunge, ananiita mimi ni gun.
I was also on a point of order.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, asipoomba msamaha.
He's demeaning us. He's demeaning us,
Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Order, Mr. Speaker.
Can you sit down, members? Members, sit down. Sit down, all of you. Sit down, members. Sit down, members. Sit down, Mheshimiwa Omar. Mheshimiwa Anisa, sit down. Mheshimiwa Kifuso, you need to apologize for calling your members goons.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, before I withdraw, he also need to withdraw, telling us we are making noise, and it was a statement sought in this house, and it was a statement which we have been given a progressive report, so he should also respect us.
Okay, can we withdraw, Mheshimiwa? Mheshimiwa Kifuso, withdraw the statement. Is not a goon.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, I withdraw, but equally need to withdraw.
Mheshimiwa Omar, can we withdraw? There are no keleles here.
Naomba kutoa changizo ambayo nimesema ilikuwa na kelele. Ni changizo.
Okay. He has withdrawn. Mheshimiwa Dorcas, I If I've had him right. I think he has withdrawn. Yeah, I think he has withdrawn.
Point of order,
Yes,
Mr.
withdrawn.
Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Mheshimiwa Rose.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. My point of order is, it's like we are in competition with about elected and nominated. Everyone who is seated here is called a member of county assembly. And if there is mistake which has happened,
Speaker, nominated
let-
members
Mheshimiwa
members came here. It is a fact, Mr.
Number
Speaker.
two,
I am
calling
not
somebody a
apologetic
goon,
about it.
it's not right,
We are
Mr.
here
Speaker.
as elected members and
Point of
nominated
order,
members.
Mr. Speaker.
Speaker, because last time Mheshimiwa Kifuso called me my lipstick. Now he calls Mheshimiwa Omar goon. That's not right, Mheshimiwa Speaker. We should have decorum in this house. The parliamentary way of talking, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Mheshimiwa Rose, we have heard you.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Deputy Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I stand on standing order number 104. A member raises a point of order. He should cite the standing order. So what we are seeing today, unfortunate. So members, regardless, sometimes maybe you have been aggrieved, but we cannot convert this house to a market, doing shouting matches across. This is a honorable house, and you only rise on the floor when given an opportunity to do so. We have standing orders. So, honorable members, let us observe decorum. This is not a shouting match. Rise on a point of order, clarification, or move your point. And again, within the rules of debate, with the appropriate parliamentary language. So, honorable members, I'm kindly asking each and every one of us, let us uphold decorum. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yep. Mheshimiwa Anisa.
I'm standing before this one just to clarify. Different types. There are those who are elected through a vote, and those who are elected through a process by a politician. So we all have equally boards of representation.
Honorable members, that chapter is closed, whether you are elected or not. Members, can you contribute on gender, not anything else? Honorable members, Mheshimiwa, we have been told, did you say, let's not have not a marketplace, you just speak from nowhere. So I think we had a procedural motion to extend time. So I don't think we need another one, isn't it? When your members were airing your views on the same subject, we have realized that projects have not been tendered for. Also realized that some contractors avoiding works in this county because they have not been paid, yet the projects were budgeted for, and we even, I think you're also wondering where the funds disappeared to. They're not paid in good time. And we are realizing that also summons are not adhered to. All these have been members you have raised, and I think we don't need to dwell on that. I think we are going to give direction. I'm going to give direction that all summons should be adhered to without fail. And if they are not adhered to, we should take the necessary action as a house. I realize also some requests for some projects at the request for quotation stage. Those departments that have not also done their tendering, we should be able to make a follow-up on the same. We should know why this is not happening. Mheshimiwa Mwamidi should have, you've gone through you are the chairperson, the budget. And I think when you summon them, you should be able to scrutinize all this and get to know why some projects are not being undertaken and why they are not tendered for. I also had the issue of some members raising issues that they need to summon the governor. I think when we summon the departments, that is enough, but we can have an informal meeting to discuss these issues. Instead of bringing the governor here, we should have a very informal meeting, discuss these issues with all, especially when it comes to projects, with all elected leaders, so that you can crash on your projects. What exactly is the problem? Because maybe the governor, at times you can be in the office and maybe is not even aware of some of these things that are happening there. That is what the direction I'll give, rather than bringing the governor in this house to answer all those questions. The governor is not a jack of all trades, because that's why he has engineers, he has doctors, he has surveyors. He cannot answer all the questions for these people in different disciplines. So this is the direction we should take, that we have to make sure that when the summons are adhered to, you make sure all the questions that you have raised today are answered. You get an answer to those questions. That is, I think it's all we have, because it has generated a lot of heat. It is healthy, only that some of you have used unparliamentary language. Next order.
Order number 8, procedural motion, procedural resolution of the third Taita Taveta County Assembly.
Mheshimiwa Mondao.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. And to move the motion, procedural resolution at the account. But before I move the motion, allow me to apologize to my senior most Honorable Mongolia for inconvenience caused in a situation whereby majority is not available and minority not available, is allowed to move the procedural motion or any other member. That pursuant to the provision of the Standing Order number 264, the Third County Assembly of Taita Taveta resolved that motion number 9, apparent on today's order paper, be notified and moved in this morning sitting number 011. I call upon Honorable Amos 2 seconds.
Hope members you have yeah. It was not written here, so it's trying to. Mheshimiwa, you are rising on point of order?
No. Once the apology is put, either you accept or you don't accept.
Mheshimiwa, I know you are doing your fourth term, but I know you're doing your fourth term, but now, okay, let me allow him because he's the fourth. He's the oldest. Let's listen to him.
When the either accept it, wanted to accept them.
That's very good. These people are confusing me. There's so many papers I'm missing and all that. I propose the question that, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 264, this Third County Assembly of Taita Taveta resolves that motion number 9 appearing on today's order paper be notified and moved in the same morning sitting number 011. Honorable members, I invite you are now have an opportunity to vote on this motion. I now invite the motion mover to reply.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Silent means concurrence. I stand to reply.
I now put the question that, pursuant to the provisions of the Standing Order number 264, this Third County Assembly of Taita Taveta resolves that the motion number 9 appearing on today's order paper be notified and moved in the same morning sitting 011. As many of that opinion say aye. Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
Order number 9, motion. County development expenditure on a pro rata basis for the remainder of the financial year 2025-2026.
Honorable Mwamid.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise on a motion county development expenditure on a pro rata basis for the remainder of the financial year 2025-2026. Aware that the county government realized local revenue to a tune of only 20% in the 2025-2026 half year against huge budgetary needs as approved by the county assembly in the 2025-2026 budget as budget estimates by the county treasury. Further aware that the county treasury is already in receipt of equitable share disbursement up and until the month of January 2026, thus left with 5 months disbursement in financial year 2025-2026. Noting that the county of Taita Taveta has been struggling with the pending bills over the years, which are related to unrealized revenue targets and failure to absorb development funds, as well as untimely tendering of development projects. Concerned that if the trend continues, the county will plunge into deeper pending bills and complete contractors and suppliers' confidence, further compounding the challenge associated with execution of development projects. Recognizing this county assembly is mandated to play an oversight role in the running and management of the county by the county executive in everything that the county comes out of such, in ensuring that the county comes out of such and related challenges for a better county. Therefore, the county assembly resolves that the county treasury share a tracker of expenditure on development, including funds earmarked for empowerment programs for financial year 2025-2026 vis-a-vis the budgeted development funds within 7 days of this resolution. 2, the county treasury requisitions the remaining monthly funds for development on a pro rata basis with an aim of ensuring that development expenditure remains on course by the end of the financial year by compensating for under expenditure in the first 7 months of the financial year. 3, the county treasury shares a planned roadmap of the envisaged requisition within 7 days of this requisition. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Before I sit down, Mr. Speaker, sir, just wanted to add a few things. One is the total disbursement received so far, half year was 45%. The total collection as per the half year reports, financial half year reports, the total collection on on-source revenue was an average of 20%. Mr. Speaker, sir, despite all that, in our budget, we had 30% development and 70% recurrent. But in our budget, and the payments related in the half year, is total less than 2% of the development projects have been paid. With the same trajectory, Mr. Speaker, sir, there is real fear and genuine fear that at the end of the financial year, the executive will not, we are left with no option but to believe they are not intending to pay for any development programs. And Mr. Speaker, sir, I just read a status report a few minutes ago on the floor of the House, and one of the glaring issue is apathy from the contractors in this county. They have come to a point where they're no longer interested in bidding for works because these works are never paid for. And unless as a house we all push within our limit, and our limit is limited to passing the laws and oversight because the executive does the implementation of program, then this is one of the laws, or rather of the resolutions that I believe, as the motion mover, will encourage, cajole, or push the executive to deliver on their mandate. Hence, the county will receive what the Datuzen will receive what they're supposed to receive. It is unfortunate that some members of the county assembly have held meetings with their voters or residents of Taita Taveta County, explain to them what has been budgeted, but at the end of the year, less than 5% is undertaken by the executive. Maybe to some people, they may feel it's way late in the day to raise these questions. But I believe even in if I may give one example of a football match, which is 90 minutes, even the goal scored on the last minute, or a basketball match, even the goal scored at the buzzer counts as a goal. Mr. Speaker, sir, there is no reason for us to relent, and I urge honorable members to support on this matter, and let us believe that things will be different. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Who's the second?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I wish to invite Honorable Kawuki to second.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand to second.
Honorable members, I now put the question that honorable members, I propose the question, aware that the county government realize local revenue to a tune of 20% in the 2025-2026 half year against huge budgetary needs as approved by the county assembly in the 2025-2026 budget as estimated by the county treasury. Aware that the county treasury is already in receipt of equitable share disbursement up and until the month of January 2026, thus left with 5 months disbursements in the financial year 2025-2026. Noting that the county of Taita Taveta has been struggling with the pending bills over the years, which related to unrealized revenue targets and failure to absorb development funds, as well as untimely tendering of development projects. Concerned that if the trend continues, the county will plunge into deeper pending bills and completely lose contractor and supplier confidence, further compounding the challenges associated with execution of development projects. Recognizing that this county assembly is mandated to play an oversight role in the running and management of the county by the county executive in ensuring that the county comes out of such and related challenges for a better county. Now, therefore, this county assembly resolves that the county treasury shares a tracker of expenditure on development for financial year 2025-2026 vis-a-vis the budgeted development funds within 7 days of this resolution. The county treasury requisitions the remaining monthly funds for the development on a pro rata basis, with an aim of ensuring that development expenditure remains on course by the end of the financial year by compensating for further expenditure in the first 7 months of the financial year. County Treasury shares a planned roadmap of the envisaged requisition within 7 days of this requisition. Honorable members, the floor is open for debate. Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me an opportunity to raise my voice or give a contribution on this motion for relevance, well drafted by the chairperson budget committee. First, I want to register my support for it, as I even support it. Again, I'm almost drawn to think of this. There's a thin line that I'm seeing here. Probably on anticipation. The motion seems to anticipate another motion that's about to come of this house, probably by the virtue that the budget committee and is privy to some of the documentation that we are perusing. But that notwithstanding, by the virtue that the matter of the motion has been balloted for consideration by this House, Mr. Speaker, the motion has a lot of goodwill to secure development funds that are in budget for financial year. This motion seems to come up with a ring fencing mechanism, although not clear, on the remaining disbursements. There are probably 5 now, remaining to be received from the exchequer. But the challenge will be on the how that ring fencing will be done. Here, these development funds, having just noted a few moments ago that a lot of projects are just underway procurement and all that. So the absorption definitely. I'm not very sure what mechanism finance will use, because the delayed procurement and some of these projects, of course, with the apathy of contractors and suppliers, are coupled all together. Then I'm trying to juggle within myself, Speaker, mechanism that shall be applied to ring fence this development money. But all that said, again, there are those projects or development votes or initiatives that were in the budget that did not necessarily require procurement through contractors, suppliers, which again have not been executed. For example, empowerment programs and the bursary itself. These are things that still we are not very sure where the problem is, because the money for development is coming, but the appetite to spend on recurrent budget from the side of the executive is just on another level. So I want to hope, against hope, that this motion will assist in ring fencing. But now, the elephant in the room is our counterparts in the executive. They have the goodwill as well to do the ring fencing, or they still run on a recurrent free and forgetting the absorption that shall be coming at the end of this financial year. So first of all, we need to see the goodwill that what was budgeted for empowerment and bursaries should have been given out, because funds have been channeled through the exchequer for like the last 7 months financial year. And Mr. Speaker, what we are lacking by far and large is the good other side. So We don't know. We don't know. Probably they have some assurances how they are going to find their way back 2027 while things are not happening. And yes, we have budgeted, we have made provisions, but Mr. Speaker, the goodwill where the challenge comes. And Mr. Speaker, no one should lie this floor. It is not that we've not sat with this executive. It is not that we have not sat with His Excellency the Governor, not once, several times. But as soon as we leave, everything appears in thin air. So this motion, yes, is good, but I'm worried of the goodwill. Although I still support it, it's a good motion. If it's going to be followed through, because plus a goodwill from the other side, then we're going to save something from the disbursements that we're just about to receive as we draw to the close of this financial year, somewhere like from now going forward. So I stand to support and encourage other members, honorable members, to support this motion. But as the same is being done, mechanisms, probably after we receive these trackers and all that, probably maybe maybe from there, something will come through that will help ring-fence this money for development. I stand to support. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Makal.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also rise in support this motion that has been brought by the Honorable Chairperson Budget. I can say it is a motion that time is due. I wish this motion would have come a little bit earlier, maybe when we had done the first quarter. But I'm equally surprised that, Mr. Speaker, we have 5 months to go of the financial budget. We have nothing to blame the national government because they have already disbursed their share. And surprisingly, they have done it timely. Because if you can talk of us receiving the general disbursement, it tells you they have done their part. And I do believe our own source revenue has also been, because I saw a media post somewhere that the department was celebrating that they've even exceeded the monthly target for the own source revenue. That tells you so much has happened on the income side of our budget, Mr. Speaker. But if I narrow it down to my respective ward, and I try to see what has happened, Mr. Speaker, I lack words. And I'm a very worried man. Because I've never seen it before that for the remaining 5 months, all my projects that were in the budget will be implemented and paid for. So even the contractors that the county is trying to get, they're all worried that with the remaining period, will they be able to finish the works and get paid, Mr. Speaker? We all know that that might look very difficult, Mr. Speaker. I'm equally surprised that even the programs that did not need any procurement process, Mr. Speaker, were never undertaken. What happened to the first disbursement, to the second disbursement, to the third disbursement, to the level of the sixth disbursement? Now that nothing, even including the normal normal projects that do not need disbursement, were not undertaken. What magic will happen? That with the remaining 5 disbursement, they will be able to undertake the projects that stand and even procure and encourage suppliers to pay, Mr. Speaker. What we have faced, if compared by the previous regime, Mr. Speaker, it is becoming difficult to get contractors to undertake projects because of the fear of paying bills. And I'm worried if this motion did not come on time, then Mr. Speaker will be in big trouble. Leave alone the 70% of the members who will make it, who won't make it back. Let's take 30%. I'm afraid that, Mr. Speaker, the future leaders of this county government will not be able to undertake any project because getting contractor, Mr. Speaker, will be a big problem. So this motion, Mr. Speaker, has come on time, and I feel that it worries us. I don't have my interaction with the governor. It seems it doesn't worry him at all. He is not worried. He never sits down and
consult, talk to us, analyze how you're going to ensure our projects in Kasigawa is undertaken. I've never see if it worries him at all. It doesn't, Mr. Speaker. I can say this with a lot of, without fear, that it does not worry him. I see him putting posters and projects that are being undertaken by the government and talking with investors. But projects that were in budget or respective wards, I don't see it worries him, Mr. Speaker. We have had boardroom meetings, we have had discussions with the departments. Mr. Speaker, it doesn't worry the executive. I don't know where our oversight role is supposed to take us to. Because, Mr. Speaker, if they don't implement the project, where else are we going to get this project undertaken, Mr. Speaker? I think we need to take a broad step as the county assembly of this government, so that, Mr. Speaker, we should be able to help this county. Because as it goes, Mr. Speaker, it doesn't worry him. It doesn't worry the executive. They want to see if there's a possible project that have deals. Let's see what happened to the fuel levy. Projects were done. Let's look at the Flocka project. Projects, some of them were done and we don't know what happened. But let's look at the projects in the budget that are supposed to be benefiting the units, the 20 units of this county. Mr. Speaker, nothing is happening. We are moving from office to office to try to talk to the executive to implement project, Mr. Speaker. It's costing us a lot of energy. It's making us look like we are not working. Our work, Mr. Speaker, is to oversight. Our work, Mr. Speaker, is to legislate and represent. But, Mr. Speaker, we are being forced to undertake another duty of pushing people to float projects, Mr. Speaker. How come that I'm seeing a project here is not floated? At January, at February, at March, a project is not floated for procurement. Is that a failure of a member of a county assembly, Mr. Speaker? There's a big problem on this other side of the executive. And, Mr. Speaker, if this motion will be implemented to the latter, then we need to even do serious other motions, Mr. Speaker, because it seems this is the only arm of the government that is worried that the projects are not being undertaken. I've not seen any worry from the other side, Mr. Speaker, and I strongly support that this motion, Mr. Speaker, should be implemented, and, Mr. Speaker, should be followed through closely so that we are able to take this county to the next level of development. With those, Mr. Speaker, I strongly support this motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity, my light on the. First of all, I thank the honorable member for having brought on this corridor. It's a motion that when well implemented, help us as a county down there will benefit currently. And on the same note, Mr. Speaker, I will continue supporting the honorable member that have shared their sentiments on the same. Speaker, we are really in a big problem because this county assembly, this county government of Taita Taveta is known to be a prayerful government, and I think the executive has not prayed to an extent of saying, let that county assembly never do their work so that they cannot come and bother us. I think that now will be bewitching. That will be bewitching because I think maybe they have prayed to an extent of saying, Mwenyezi Mungu akinipangia chochote wasikubaliane kabla wasambaratishe kabla hawajakubaliana. And that is exactly what is happening, because we always talk here, we agree that we are going to implement something A, then the different thing, completely different thing happens. And I think that is like bewitching us. So I think it is very important and prudent for us to make sure that once this one is implemented, then the implementation committee will follow up seriously to make sure that whatever that has been beautifully jotted in this beautiful paper, it will be put into action so that we can help ourselves, help the common mwananchi for our own good as a county. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I now invite the motion mover.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before I reply, I want to appreciate all members who have contributed to the motion. Mr. Speaker, indeed, it is true. Whatever the motion is seeking to address is for the benefit of the whole county, but again, is to make sure that a few things are done, and it will give the House an extra edge in monitoring as part of our oversight in monitoring the activities. Mr. Speaker, when we have a 30-70 distribution of our budget in terms of development and recurrent, then we expect a 30-70 or a closer maybe 25-75 distribution in terms of payment whenever every month payments are undertaken. So today, cumulatively, 7 months down the line, we are seeing around 2%, 98, recurrent at 98, development at 2%. It's really worrying, and some of the activities really do not require procurement. With those few remarks, Mr. Speaker, I wish to reply.
Honorable members, I now put the question, aware that the county government realized local revenue to a tune of 20% in the 2025-2026 half year against huge budgetary needs as approved by the County Assembly in the 2025-2026 budget as estimated by the County Treasury. Further aware that the County Treasury is already in receipt of equitable share disbursement up until the month of January 2026. That's left with 5 months disbursement in the financial year 2025-2026. Noting that the County of Taita Taveta has been struggling with the pending bills over the years, which are related to unrealized revenue targets and failure to absorb development funds, as well as untimely tendering of development projects. Concerned that if the trend continues, the county will plunge into deeper pending bills and completely lose contractor and supplier confidence, further compounding the challenges associated with the execution of development projects. Recognizing this County Assembly is mandated to play an oversight role in the running and management of the county by the county executive in ensuring that the county comes out of such and related challenges for a better county. Now, therefore, this County Assembly resolves that the County Treasury shares a tracker of expenditure on development of financial year 2025-2026 vis-a-vis the budgeted development funds within 7 days of this resolution. The County Treasury requisitions the remaining monthly funds for development on a pro rata basis with an aim of ensuring that development expenditure remains on course by the end of the financial year, compensating for under expenditure in the last 7 months of the financial year. The County Treasury shares a planned roadmap of the envisaged requisition within 7 days of this requisition. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Maybe before the adjournment, I know I've not, since I came back, not met some of you. And I have very urgent and important message to make. But not here. We have planned for a speaker's Kamkunji with my deputy in the course of the week. But I wanted to share something with you before, just 5 minutes. I think it will be the shortest Kamkunji ever held in this country. 5 minutes, and I'll not be able to give you an opportunity maybe to contribute. I just wanted to share something. Then from there, we continue with the We have the liaison committee and other committees that are supposed to be held. We are short of time. We are late. We are behind schedule. We started a bit late. Therefore, you just accept that you don't ask me questions. I just want to share something. Maybe after I'll go and change, then I come back. Honorable members, there being no other business, the House stands adjourned until Wednesday, 11th March 2026, 2:30 p.m.